What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing another top 10 most anticipated movies list. After I did my top 10 the other day, I really thought about it, and I thought of some other movies that I didn't even mention in my honorable mentions. There might be a few on here that I did mention, but I wanted to go ahead and do another top 10. I'm going to leave Black Widow, Eternals, and Shang-Chi out of here and everything because I don't know if they'll actually get released this year or not because of everything going on. More than likely they will, but just in case they get pushed back again. And there's other ones that I'm going to leave off of here that are horror movies that I'm really excited for because I'm thinking about doing a top 10 horror movie list as well. So like Halloween Kills and some of those won't be on here either. So I thought I'd go ahead and get started. Starting out at number 10 is Space Jam: A New Legacy. This one's supposed to hit theaters, and I think it's going on HBO Max as well. It's going to be out in the summertime. I'm actually really looking forward to this movie. At first I wasn't, because I didn't really think we need a sequel to Space Jam, and then I keep on hearing a lot of stuff about it, like how it's going to have characters from all kinds of different Warner Brothers stuff and everything. And I've seen little clips like with animation from of Bugs Bunny and stuff, and he looks really, really good and everything. So my hype and stuff has gone up for this movie. I really hope that it's going to be really good and everything. I'll probably review the first Space Jam sometime this year, maybe right before this one comes out and I go see it. Because this one I'm going to go see in the theater instead of watching on HBO Max. I wanted to do that with Wonder Woman 84, but I just didn't have the money to. But this one I'm definitely going to see in the theater. But yeah, so Space Jam is number 10, and number 9 is Clifford the Big Red Dog. This is one of those movies that I've always wanted to see them do a live-action Clifford movie. I was a really big fan of the cartoon show with John Ritter as a kid and everything, and they even made a movie with him that was pretty much like the end of the series. It came out right after he died, but I enjoyed that movie too. I always enjoyed the books growing up and everything, so I'm really looking forward to Clifford the Big Red Dog. I don't know how good it'll be, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and everything. And I've seen like little clips and stuff, and Clifford looks like a regular dog. I think he looks pretty cool. I know a lot of people say there's that uncanny valley and stuff, but I think he looks pretty good. I've seen worse looking characters based on cartoons and stuff like that. So but yeah, so Clifford the Big Red movie is number 9, and number 8 is Chaos Walking. I don't know what it is about this movie, but for some reason it just sounds interesting to me. I don't know much about it. I know they've released a trailer. If I have watched the trailer, I don't remember it. I think I did see it once. Yeah, I know it had a lot of production problems and stuff. And I know a lot of people are saying it's probably not going to be very good, but I don't know why. I'm just really excited for this one. Having Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in here for some reason, them two pairing up just sounds interesting to me. I don't know what it is, and it's a new sci-fi movie, so I like sci-fi stuff and everything. So Chaos Walking is number 8, and number 7 is The Suicide Squad. I didn't put this one on the list on my first list for the same reasons that I didn't on Black Widow and stuff, was because I was like, what if this movie gets delayed again? And then I remember that it's going to be on HBO Max as well, so it's definitely not going to be one that gets delayed and everything. And so I decided to put it on here. I'm really excited for this one. James Gunn is writing and directing, and I'm looking forward to seeing his take on the Suicide Squad. And I've heard that it's going to be rated R, and that makes me excited. And having such a really good cast in here, including Idris Elba, and Sylvester Stallone's going to be in here, and John Cena, who I'm really looking forward to seeing in this movie, and bringing back Viola Davis as Amanda Waller and Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I hope I like this movie a lot more than Birds of Prey. I really hope this is a good movie and everything. I have a lot of faith in it because of James Gunn directing. I haven't seen everything he's directed, but I loved his work on Guardians of the Galaxy. And I can't wait to see his work on this one. So The Suicide Squad is number 7. And number 6 is Army of the Dead. I'm a really big fan of Zack Snyder. I love all of his movies. And I'm really looking forward to this one too. Him returning to his horror roots. His first movie was the remake of Dawn of the Dead, which is one of my favorite zombie movies, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him do another zombie movie and everything. I don't know when this is going to be released. I think sometime during the summer, but I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit and everything. So Army of the Dead is number 6, and number 5 is Malcolm and Marie. This is a movie that's going to be on Netflix that was filmed during the beginning of the pandemic and stuff, and stars John David Washington and Zendaya. I'm a really big fan of Zendaya. I haven't seen much of John David Washington yet. I'd like to see some of his movies and stuff, but I'm really looking forward to this one. It has has them too, so I really hope they work good together. And like I said, I really like Zendaya a lot and everything. I haven't seen a lot of her stuff, but I used to watch her on Shake It Up, which her acting back then wasn't super great, but I liked her on that enough back then, and I like her in the Spider-Man movies and The Greatest Showman. So I'm looking forward to seeing her do more stuff, and I love that show that she's on, Euphoria, I think is the name of it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie too and everything. I think it premieres on Netflix next month, so I'm definitely going to watch it when it premieres on there. So Malcolm and Marie is number 5, and number 4 is Dune. This is another one that I'm really excited for. I love the original, or not the original movie, but the book and stuff. I've read the book of this one, and I absolutely loved it. And I don't know if I've seen the original movie, but I know there was a TV miniseries that I saw. I used to have that on VHS. I don't know if I still do, but I liked it alright and everything, but it wasn't near as good as the book. I'm hoping this is going to be a really good adaptation of the book, and Denis Villeneuve, I think is his name, is directing it. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff either, but the stuff I have seen I've loved, like Prisoners and Arrival. I loved both of those movies, and I'd like to catch up on him and see more of his stuff, but I'm really looking forward to this one quite a bit. And once again, Zendaya is in it and everything. She's one of the big draws for me, plus Batista and so many other good people are in this movie, so I'm really looking forward to it. So Dune is number 4, and number 3 is Willy's Wonderland. This is one I don't know much about, except that it's Nicolas Cage fighting animatronic stuff from like a play center that's like Chuck E. Cheese. They come to life and stuff, and he's having to protect some kids from them. That's the only thing I know about the movie, and that premise right alone has me sold, and I'm really excited. I don't know. I think there's a trailer out for it. I haven't watched it. I'm not planning on watching any trailers. I'm just planning on going in blind, and I hope this is a lot of fun. I love Nicolas Cage, and he's been kind of on a hot streak in recent years. Returned to popularity and stuff. He's still over the top and stuff, but that's what makes Nicolas Cage so lovable, and I'm really looking forward to this movie and everything. I love that he's kind of starting to do horror movies and stuff, because it actually really suits him and stuff. You can be over the top crazy in horror movies and get by with it a lot better than you can in a lot of genres. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie. So Willy's Wonderland is number 3, and number 2 is Death on the Nile. This is one that I totally forgot to even put on my top 10 list for 2020 when it was originally scheduled, and then I forgot again on when I did my first list for this year. And I'm really looking forward to this movie. I absolutely love Murder on the Orient Express, and I was really looking forward to this movie. The trailer looked really good, and I'm not really familiar with the novels and stuff that this franchise is based on, but I'm really excited to see this movie. And it looks like Gal Gadot is going to be really good in here. In the trailer, it sounded like she changed her accent. Hopefully it sounds good throughout the whole movie and not just a little bit like it did in the trailer. But I'm really looking forward to this movie. It has a lot of other good people in here, and Kenneth Branagh's returning to direct and star in it, and I thought he was really great in the first one, and can't wait to see how this one turns out. So Death on the Nile is number 2, and number 1 is Cry Macho. This is a movie that's going to be directed and starring Clint Eastwood. It's based on a popular book, and it's one I've been really excited about. I thought that it was supposed to be out next year. That's why it wasn't on my first list, because it would have actually probably been in the top 2. Probably would have been number 2 on my first list, behind the third Spider-Man movie. I'm just really excited for this movie. I love Clint Eastwood, and he doesn't act as much as he used to, so whenever he does show up in a movie, I know that it's going to be good, because he only does it only acts and stuff if he's really passionate about it. I loved his work on The Mule and the movie Trouble with the Curve, which I think is a really underrated movie. It is full of cliches, but it's still a good movie. It has great performances and everything. And this one I'm just really looking forward to. I hope that I'm not disappointed. I don't know if I've read the book or not, but I'm pretty sure it's like a book that my grandpa used to have, because I've looked it up, in the cover and stuff, which is on the picture on here. It looks like a cover of a book that my grandpa used to have, and it seemed like a book he would have read. And everything, but I'm really looking forward to this movie. It's easily one of my most anticipated movies of the list. And this technically would, I guess, be an 11 through 20 list, but if I would have done things the way I would have thought about doing them, this one would have been number 2 instead of number 11. But yeah, so anyway, that's my my second top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020. Let me know in the comment what are some more of your most anticipated movies and stuff. If you want to tell me your top 20 most anticipated, you can. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.